My good master. Get out here.
Well. Lord Demon Sovereign has come a long way. Forgive me for not welcoming you sooner.
Master, hiding where your disciple can't see you. Are you trying to live a few minutes longer?
How could that be? I was just preparing a welcome ceremony for you. Look, even senior brother sect leader is personally hanging flags to welcome guests.
Save me! I'm afraid of heights.
If you don't want them to die, then be obedient.
What exactly do you want?
Help!
Long time no see. It's time we settle our accounts one by one. Let's make a deal. You kiss me once, and I'll kill one less person. How about it?
The first one, Lu Jin Yuan. Keep count.
Okay.
11th. 12th. Senior brother, your life is saved. This one is especially for you. 13th. Lin Tu hiding in the grass, you're safe. 18 to 22. All the handyman brothers in the sect are alive.
Are you crazy?
I'm not crazy. I'm fulfilling the contract. I'm saving lives and healing the wounded. Even demons must keep their word. I just kissed you 23 times. Plus a buy one get one free. That's 25 lives in total. You promised it yourself. A demon sovereign's word cannot be taken back. You can't go back on it. Our sect has 3,215 registered disciples. Minus 25. That leaves 3,190. Come on, hurry up. Let's try to get everyone resurrected before dinner. Right. Well, fighting. If it's too slow, we can do an annual plan. As long as it saves lives. What does my dignity matter?
You have no shame.
Can shame feed you or save lives? You set the terms. Now you can't handle it and want to back out? No way. Give me a smile, my good disciple. Let's continue. 10 in a batch. There's a prize after kissing.
Su Qingyuan, you are testing my patience.
Lord Demon Sovereign, calm down first.
Enough. You, Su Qingyuan. You, just wait. I'll settle this score with you sooner or later. What's going on? Does the boss not want us anymore?
Hey, don't go. I haven't kissed enough times yet. What about the remaining 3,000 plus lives?
Junior sister, can you put me down first? I'm afraid of heights and feel like throwing up.
What's the rush? First, record those 25 names on the sect's hero board. This is the piece I bought with my looks.
Martial Ant Su is mighty. Martial Ant is truly groundbreaking. I'm going to set up a longevity tablet for Martial Ant. Engraved with one kiss settles the universe.
Junior sister, for the sake of the sect, you suffered a great wrong. Did that demon threaten you? Did he demand you pay off the debt with your body?
Senior brother, you read too many novels. He was just scared off by my enthusiasm.
Impossible. You must have used the secret art of feeding the demon with your body. Your sacrifice. The sect will remember.
Everyone, I can't hold my liquor, so I'll take my leave first. Sigh. That kid, that look in his eyes. That favor from back then.
Master, sighing at this scripture, are you thinking of me, or trying to figure out how to keep taking advantage of me?
Why, how did you get in? The mountain protection array was just repaired. It's not quite appropriate for a disciple to sneak into his master's bedroom in the middle of the night, is it? Have you eaten? If not, I'll cook you some wontons. We can talk this out.
I'm not hungry. I'm just here to collect the interest.
Interest? The debt from earlier today was settled. The lives of over 3,000 people. I paid for them all with kisses. I even gave you extra.
Master's arithmetic was probably taught by old Wang, the sweeper. In the main hall, you kissed me 23 times, sparing 25 people. There are 3,190 left. You haven't paid the bill yet.
There's a problem with your calculation. That was the wholesale price. Ever heard of a group discount? Volume discounts are basic business knowledge.
I don't do wholesale. When Master pushed me into the myriad demon cave with your own hands, why didn't you think about giving me a volume discount?
You sealed my spiritual power.
Save your strength. Master, paying debts is only natural. If you can't finish the remaining 3,000 plus kisses in this lifetime, then come back with me. Locked up in the Nether Palace. We can settle it slowly. 1 tally a day. We'll eventually clear it in this lifetime.
How did this rebellious disciple get so strong?
Master, I won't let you run away again this time.
This demon lair is 100 times more luxurious than Lingyun Peak.
You're awake.
Hey, where is this? Your demon lair.
The Nether Palace. From today on, you will live here. You will stay here.
Disciple, you're doing pretty well for yourself. Your taste is much better than our stingy senior brothers. You.
Aren't you afraid that this is the demon realm? Outside are all demons who eat people without spitting out the bones. Your spiritual power is sealed. You're just a useless person. With one word from me, you'll be torn to pieces.
What's there to be afraid of? I'm your master. A master for a day. A father for a lifetime. You can't just feed your old man to the dogs, right? That would be treasonous. You'd be struck by lightning.
Don't be too arrogant. Do you think I'm still that naive boy from back then who let you manipulate him and push him into the abyss? For the past 5 years, I suffered endless torment in the 10,000 demon cave. Every minute and every second, I thought about how to kill you. Now that you've fallen into my hands, I have plenty of ways to make you beg for life and beg for death.
Alright, you're amazing. You're the boss. So, how does the demon lord plan to deal with me? Hang me on the city wall as a public display? Or rape me first and then kill me? Then rape me and kill me again?
You're simply shameless. As a master, your mouth is full of filthy words. What kind of behavior is this? Do you have any self-awareness as an elder?
What? Didn't someone just say they wanted to settle the score slowly? I'm just cooperating with you. If you don't want to do that, why did you bring me back? To take care of you in your old age?
How I want to torture you is my business. From today onwards, you are my personal maid. Serve tea and pour water. Wash clothes and fold blankets. As long as I'm not asleep, you have to serve me on your knees. Ah.
Ha ha ha. Heh, this demon lord has no majesty at all.
Pour the tea. It's too hot. Are you trying to scald me to death? Hold this. Do I have to teach you everything?
Who's the servant here anyway?
Go make my bed. You can't sleep until it's smooth. It's so hard. Are you trying to kill me with this? Humph. Fine, you sleep on top. If you don't warm it up for me, just see how I'll deal with you.
How is this torture? He's treating me like an ancestor. So cold.
What a troublesome invalid.
A bit to the left. Press a little harder. Ah, that's comfortable.
Master. You're living better here than at Lingyun Peak.
Of course. Even your carpets are white tiger skin. My broken peak only had rocks and old trees. Disciple, if you had told me the demon realm's benefits were this good, I would have brought the whole sect to join you 5 years ago. Why would I have bothered pushing you down?
Master, is your heart made of iron, or do you just not have one? When you pushed me down, you didn't even look back. For the past 5 years, I thought every single day that once I climbed out, I would lock you in the deepest ice prison of the demon realm and let you taste that feeling too.
Then lock me up now. Handcuffs, shackles, whips, whatever you like. Bring them on. I absolutely won't resist. Oh, and remember to bring me lingji porridge every day. My stomach is delicate.
Master, what you owe me, you can't repay in this lifetime.
If I can't pay it off, I'll pay in installments. My spiritual power is sealed anyway, and I have a long life. We can take our time. 1 payment a day. I won't lose out too much.
Humph.
Sigh. This inner demon is taking deeper root.
His lordship didn't capture an enemy. He clearly brought back an ancestor to worship. Isn't that the truth? Following Miss Sue around every day. He's more attentive than serving his own mother. Oof, who knows what kind of jokes his lordship and Miss Sue will make in the future.
Your lordship, the Righteous Alliance has brought their army. Leading them is Miss Sue's senior martial brother, along with elders from the major sections. They're shouting about rescuing Miss Sue and eradicating the demon lord.
Rescue you? I think they're eyeing the demon realm's treasury, trying to loot a burning house. Master, this is the righteous path you'd risk your life to protect. Back then, you pushed me into the abyss for these kinds of people, and now they want to blow you to pieces along with me.
I'll go see them.
Stop. You don't have any cultivation right now. Going out there just makes you a target for them.
They wouldn't dare touch me. I am their martial aunt. The Orthodox sects still have to care about their reputation.
Junior Sister Sue, you suffer. Hurry over to your senior brother. The Righteous Alliance will surely seek justice for you. Let go of Junior Sister Sue. Today, I shall carry out justice on behalf of heaven and uphold righteousness.
What are you yelling for? Can't you see I'm busy? Senior brother, don't yell. The beds in the demon palace are soft. The floor heating is great, and there are demon beast thighs to gnaw on every meal. If you really want to uphold justice, first pay up the severance pay you owe me for 3,190 disciples.
Ha ha ha.
You little brat. To think you've fallen this far, colluding with demons. You completely disgraced 18 generations of your ancestors.
Exactly. Just look at her frivolous behavior. That act 5 years ago was probably just to coordinate from the inside today, to wipe out our righteous path in one fell swoop.
Have you said enough? I'm the one who captured her. If you want her, trade your lives for her. But looking at your pathetic state, your lives aren't worth much anyway.
Ah. Disciple, get out of the way. Ah.
Master. You're all going to die.
I'm not dead.
With me here, it's hard for you to die even if you want to. Master, do you feel a great sense of accomplishment blocking that sword for me? Do you think this will cancel out the debt of pushing me into the 10,000 demon cave 5 years ago?
Debts aren't that easy to repay. I just didn't want to see you turn completely into a madman.
Master, I hate you. I hate you for pushing me down. And I hate you for taking it upon yourself to save me. What makes you think that without you there's any meaning in me guarding this demon realm alone?
Silly child, because you are my disciple.
I won't be your disciple. Master, listen well. From today on, you are not my master, and I am not your disciple.
Then what are we, fellow patients? Or creditor and debtor?
You are my demon queen. In this life and the next. Don't even think about escaping my nether palace.
This rebellious disciple's confession sounds like an arrest warrant. A few days later, his body gradually recovered, and his spiritual power was mostly restored. This world finally found peace. Junior sister, take care of your health. Being the demon queen is quite physically demanding. Remember to have that demon get you more medicine. This senior brother only thinks about nonsense. Ah.
Master, what are you smiling about? Did you forget something?
What?
Back in the main hall, you kissed me 23 times to cover 25 people. When you were unconscious, to trick me into peeling grapes, you kissed me 5 more times, based on the total of 3,215 people. You still owe me 3,185 kisses.
Wait, where did you get this notebook? You're actually keeping score? And what about those 2 buy one get one free spots? Why didn't you count those?
Paying back debts is only natural. Come on, my demon queen. Let's hurry up and try to pay off this interest before next spring.
Yeah, I know, good disciple.
Call me husband.
Get lost.
Humph.
It's early in the morning. What are you recording so early in the morning?
Accounts.
You still haven't finished that broken ledger? No way, you're still recording these little things every day?
These aren't little things. It's over 3,000 kisses. It's 3,185. You secretly kissed me 7 times last month. You missed some.
Fine, truly a disciple I taught. Even calculating accounts so meticulously. The student surpasses the master.
Your Highness, the Righteous Path sent another invitation.
Speak.
They said they want to invite the Demon Queen back to the sect to attend some Cultivation World Harmony Conference.
What the heck? Why haven't these old fogies given up yet?
They don't want to invite you back. They want to see if you're actually imprisoned by me, abused, and incidentally probe the Nether Palace's depths.
Then they really have too much free time.
Do you want to go?
I don't. But I want to see them die of anger.
If you want to go, that's fine, I'll accompany you.
That sounds great. The Demon Lord personally accompanying the tour. This is quite the spectacle.
This one today counts as interest.
Are you ever going to stop?
No.
Fine. Really fine.
This.
Long time no see, everyone.
Su Qing Yuan, you actually allied yourself with demons. What a disgrace.
Yeah, so what? How many spirit stones is a disgrace worth?
Su Qing Yuan, as a former sect leader, how could you stoop so low? You've completely thrown away the face of the righteous path.
Hear that? They're cursing me.
How do you want to handle this?
First, make them pay back the spirit stones they owe me from back then. Got it. And that 1,000-year spirit fruit tree on my Lingyun Peak. Didn't you all team up to strip it bare back then? Pay up. This is a demon trapping array.
It's not a demon trapping array. It's a realm destroying array.
Good heavens. No, you didn't come here to negotiate at all. You colluded long ago, planning to trap and kill Lu Jinyuan here in one fell swoop.
Su Qing Yuan, don't blame us. A demon is ultimately a demon. If we don't eliminate him today, there will be endless trouble in the future.
Then did you ever consider, back then, when you pushed Lu Jinyuan to the outskirts of the 10,000 Demons Cave, he was still a living person too. You didn't save him back then. So what kind of justice are you pretending to uphold now? Don't get angry, let me handle it. If you want to kill him, you have to get past me first. Didn't you say I've fallen? Then I'll show you what falling really looks like. Anyway, if anyone touches him today, I'll kiss them first. I'll let you all know what a real bloodbath looks like.
Master, if you do that, it'll be very hard for me to hold back.
Watch out. If I don't charge in, how can I help you fight?
You just need to stand there.
Then I wouldn't feel involved at all. Soul-devouring needle.
Who gave you permission to touch him?
Lu Jinyuan, you're really improvising here.
Didn't you just say that if anyone touches me, you'd kiss them?
I get it. You actually don't forget to keep score even at a time like this. I'm truly amazed.
You're awake.
Yeah. I'll let you win this time.
I was going to win anyway.
You're quite arrogant. Humph.
Master. Don't block for me anymore.
Why?
Because I'll be afraid. Afraid that one day you really won't be here.
Then what should we do? Then you should keep a closer eye on me. I can't run away anyway.
All right. I'll watch you for the rest of my life. So that little debt you owe me, you have to pay it back every day starting today.
I take back the touching words I just said. This rebellious disciple is still the same rebellious disciple. Life in the Nether Palace was comfortable but cloying. Lu Jinyuan's doting on Su Qingyuan was blatant. Close protection, never leaving her side. I was almost becoming a human pendant, faking illness. Don't come over. I think I've caught a cold.
Why are you so hot? Your cultivation has recovered. Mostly, how could you catch a mortal's cold?
Maybe the Yin energy in the demon realm is too heavy. I am from the righteous path, after all. I'm not used to the climate.
Guards, summon the witch doctor immediately. Reporting to your highness.
The demon empress's pulse is weak and floating. It seems there is an invasion of external evil. But it doesn't seem like an ordinary cold. This old man is lacking in skill and knowledge.
What exactly is wrong with you? Is it a relapse from the soul-extinguishing crossbow wound last time? Or did those righteous path scumbags secretly lay a curse?
No, I'm probably just tired. I want to sleep for a bit, don't worry.
Tired?
I really just feel a bit stifled. I want some quiet time alone.
Fine, you want some quiet time. I will grant your wish.
Hey, Lu Jinyuan, I was wrong. I shouldn't have pretended to be sick to trick you. I just felt like you were controlling me too strictly. I have no freedom at all. I know you're doing it for my own good, afraid that I'll be in danger. But I need a little space of my own too.
So you pretended to be sick to scare me. Su Qingyuan, do you know? I thought you really.
I'm sorry, I won't do it again.
Su Qingyuan, you can ask for freedom, but don't do it this way. I can't bear to lose you again.
I know, silly disciple.
Correction, call me husband.
Okay, my dear husband. Then if I want to stroll around the demon realm in the future, can you not send a bunch of shadow guards to follow me? It's quite scary.
You can, but you must let me accompany you.
Deal. Here's your reward.
And those 3,185 kisses. The interest has doubled because you pretended to be sick and made me worry all day.
No way, that counts as interest too? Lu Jinyuan, this is an unfair clause.
The demon empress's rules are my rules. Now, let me collect some deposit first. From today onwards, all documents and account books of the demon palace, records, purchases, tributes, repairs, patrols, troop deployments, and array rituals must be reviewed by the demon empress.
What did you say?
You are the demon empress. It's only right that you manage these.
Lu Jinyuan, did you forget what I used to do?
I haven't forgotten. You used to be the sect leader, and now you are the demon empress. Managing a sect and managing the demon palace are essentially no different.
What a great essentially no differ. Why don't you say that I used to eat vegetarian meals, and now I eat spirit beast legs? Are those essentially no different too?
This is last month's income.
What does this mean?
It means half the snacks looted from the front lines were traded by me to get you a new bed.
What bed?
The one in your bedchamber. Didn't you always complain it was too hard?
Lu Jinyuan, do you think you're really good at managing a household?
Didn't you say it yourself? Life should be lived comfortably.
I did say that. But I didn't tell you to use the demon realm as a place to make my bed.
Then what do you want?
Sigh, I want freedom. For example, right now I want to go to the back mountain to see the snow. Did you hear me? I mean right now, immediately. And no one is allowed to follow me.
Fine.
Really?
Really, but I'm going with you.
Lu Jinyuan, do you call that agreeing? That's just another way of keeping an eye on me.
Master. If you really want to go alone, you can.
Did you peek at my pulse again?
I looked at it openly and honestly.
Why exactly are you following me?
I'm afraid you'll fall.
Do you think I'm a 3-year-old child?
You run around even more than a 3-year-old.
Lu Jinyuan, have you ever hated me?
I have.
And then what?
Then I realized that hating you is more exhausting than missing you. Besides, I couldn't bear to keep hating you.
You rebellious disciple, how did you get so good at talking? So to what extent are you talking about now?
Just about enough. Enough to make you stop hiding from me. Su Qingyuan. Turn around. Alright, you can look now.
You did this?
Yeah. While you were taking a nap.
You're quite good at hiding things from me.
I was afraid you wouldn't come.
What occasion is this?
It's not a special occasion. It's for you.
For me?
You used to say the Sex Lantern Festival was too noisy, and the demon realm doesn't celebrate such troublesome holidays. I thought if you didn't like the lively ones, I'd make it up to you privately. Make up for the ones you missed. Make up for the lanterns you couldn't properly see at the mountain gate back then. And make up for all those nights you never had time to stop and enjoy.
Idiot.
So, does Her Highness the Demon Empress still want to resign?
Depends on your performance.
There's a rumor going around the Demon Palace lately. Some say his lordship has been in a terrible mood. Some say his lordship looks at everyone like a romantic rival. And some say his lordship has spent the last 3 days throwing several demon envoys who were trying to court the Demon Empress straight into the freezing pool.
Lu Jinyuan, how long have you been standing behind me this time?
Not long. Since you peeled your 7th grape.
Why are you staring at me peeling grapes?
I was afraid you'd choke.
It's not my first time eating them.
But you were smiling the whole time just now.
So what if I was smiling?
Who sent this?
You mean this? I don't know. I picked it up on the road.
Picked it up on the road?
Yeah.
Who picked it up?
I did.
Who gave it to you?
No one gave it to me. No way, you're even jealous of a flower?
I'm not.
Then why do you have that look on your face?
I just want to know. Who thinks they have the right to give you this?
Lu Jinyuan, do you think I'm accepting flowers from other people? I just thought this red flower was pretty. So I brought it back to show you.
Show me.
Yeah, don't you love looking at these flashy things? You were pretty excited about that sea of lanterns last time. How is that the same?
I made the lanterns, not the flower.
Oh, so, his lordship is upset that I accepted something from someone else. What should we do then? I already brought the flower back. I can't exactly return it to them.
Throwing it away would be a waste, wouldn't it? Then burn it.
That's too harsh.
Then what do you want to do?
You hold it. Since you care so much, you deal with it. Whether you personally make this flower wither or keep it alive, it'll be your own doing. Anyway, the only one who catches my eye is you. I don't care what anyone else gives me.
Su Qingyuan. Say that again.
Say what?
What you just said.
Which part?
Who is the only one who catches your eye?
Only you.
Then don't casually accept things from others anymore.
I didn't.
And don't look at flowers given by others either.
Then what should I look at?
Look at me. Your lordship.
You're way too jealous.
So you'd better not provoke me.
And what if I insist on provoking you?
Then don't blame me for not holding back.
You're using your position for personal revenge. Can't you be reasonable?
I was. You didn't listen.
My lord, this wasn't sent by this subject. The demon tribe insisted on sending it. This subject couldn't stop them.
Su Qingyuan, I'm here. Stand still.
It seems tonight, the cold pool of the demon palace will be lively again.
What's wrong?
Lu Jinyuan. Come here for a second. I might be pregnant.
What did you say?
I said I might be pregnant. Don't look at me like that. I don't have any experience either.
How long has it been?
How would I know? I only just felt it. Hey. Where are you going?
To call a doctor.
I can walk myself.
You can't move right now.
I just think you look a lot like a first-time father.
Shut up.
You're yelling at me.
I'm not.
You are.
Su Qingyuan. Say one more word and I'll kiss you.
Speechless.
Congratulations, my lord. Congratulations, my lady. It's a pregnancy pulse.
Baby. Are you happy?
Really?
Really?
From today on, you are not allowed to get out of bed. No eating cold foods. No catching a chill. No using spiritual power yourself. No picking up a sword again. And all sharp objects in the demon palace. Put them all away. Qin Hui, subordinate, go to the medical hall, the bedchamber, and the dining hall, and rearrange everything. Cover all the sharp corners. Lay thick carpets on the floor, and add handrails to the stairs. Also, send over all the pregnancy tonics from the storehouse. Any questions? No.
No, this subject will go do it right away. Lu Jinyuan, you're so nervous. Doesn't it look like I'm about to give birth?
What nonsense are you saying?
Then why are you panicking more than me?
It's my first time being the demon lord. My first time being a husband, and my first time being a father.
Aha. Then we'll learn together.
All right. You teach me. And I'll protect you.
Ever since Su Qingyuan became pregnant, the entire demon palace has been exceptionally tense and busy. Why are you still not at ease?
It's fine, you rest first.
I'm asleep, but you're still awake.
I'm watching over you.
If you keep this up, before the baby even comes out, you'll collapse first.
I won't. Because I can't bear to.
You used to always be afraid I wouldn't want you.
I was afraid.
Then why are you still so clingy?
That's why I have to be even more clingy. Because I'm afraid. I have to be even more clingy.
Junior sister? Junior sister?
Why does that voice sound so much like my senior brother? Your Highness.
Sect leader Shen from the Righteous Path is here. He says he's here to bring you a congratulatory gift.
A congratulatory gift? Is his brain broken?
This subject wouldn't dare say.
Let him in.
You're really pregnant?
The way you say that, it's like I got pregnant in secret.
Junior sister, how could you be so foolish?
I am carrying my own husband's child. How is that foolish?
Well, it still shouldn't be this fast.
What? Does sect leader Shen have a problem with it?
No, absolutely not.
What are you doing here?
This is a congratulatory gift from the sect for you too. Everyone in the sect has said, Junior sister, since you already, we can't be too unreasonable. Once the child is born, the sect is willing to acknowledge them. But the condition is, you must stop scheming against the sect.
Don't worry. I don't even care about the little bit of wealth your sect has anymore.
Did you hear that? He's mine.
Fine. Now you're truly someone of the Demon Palace.
Get out.
Aww.
Lu Jinyuan, who do you think the child will take after?
It'd be best if they take after you.
Why take after me?
To be a bit more lively.
Do you think I'm like a monkey?
Like a little fox. Stubborn, gluttonous, clever, and good at coaxing people. Quite similar.
What about you? If they take after you, it's over.
Taking after me wouldn't be bad either. They'd know how to protect people. I'll teach them swordplay, teach them right from wrong, and teach them how not to be bullied. Then they'll just make me angry.
If they take after you, they'll be infuriating. How did you get so good with words?
I learned from you. Su Qingyuan. You used to always say I was the rebellious disciple you picked up.
Yeah.
Then from now on, it's my turn to pick you up. I'll pick you up for a lifetime.
Fine. Then remember, once you pick me up, no more keeping random tabs.
That won't do. The kisses you owe me, you have to pay back half before the child is born.
Lu Jinyuan, are you even human?
No. I am your husband. Humph. Sit still and don't move around. He's making quite a fuss.
Tell me about it. Kicking me all day long. Even naughtier than you were as a child.
Nonsense, I was the most well-behaved child.
So well-behaved that you sent me to the 10,000 demon cave.
I'll never do that again.
I know, I'm just teasing you.
Settle down. Don't torment your mother. Qingyuan, what's wrong? Does it hurt?
I think the baby is coming.
Ishio, Chinya, get over here right now.
Push, my lady.
Your Highness, it's a little prince. Very healthy.
He is my child.
Yes, he is the little prince of you and the Demon Queen.
You've worked hard, Qingyuan.
Look at him, as wrinkly as you were when you were little.
He looks like you. Don't be afraid, Daddy is here. Nyen Nyen, go to sleep like a good boy. Don't bother your mother. Don't kick your mother today. Do you hear me? Daddy will teach you swordplay so you can protect your mother in the future.
Lu Jinyuan, didn't you say before that the child should be like you and protect people? Why are you teaching him to be so clingy every day now?
It's fine if he clings to me. I will protect both of you.
Ha!
Be careful, don't bump into him.
Senior brother, just ignore him. He's so overprotective of the baby right now.
You really forget your senior brother once you have a wife, and now that you have a son, he respects me even less. He really looks like Junior's sister. So handsome. If anyone bullies you in the future, come find your martial uncle at the set. Martial uncle will have your back.
With me here, no one will dare bully him.
Hee hee hee, Daddy, hug. Ha. Hee hee. Mommy.
I used to always think about quitting, about escaping the demon realm, escaping him, but now I finally understand. There is no escaping. It's just willingly being trapped by his side. For a lifetime. Lifetime after lifetime. Lu Jinyuan, in this life and the next. And the life after that, don't even think about shaking me off.
I never will.
For the rest of my life, through the long years, having him and Yin Yin is perfection in this world.
Ha 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 ha.
Lu Jinyuan, if you keep spoiling him, the main hall is going to be torn down.
Don't get mad, it's bad for your health.
I'm mad at your double standards. You give everyone else the cold shoulder, but have no principles when it comes to me and Yin Yin.
Double standards. Only for you.
Mommy, hug. Hee hee hee, Daddy, kiss. Mommy, I want one too.
I'm sorry. Back then, when you sent me into the 10,000 demons cave, the first thing I did when I came out was look for you. I was afraid you didn't want me.
I never didn't want you. Sending you there was the only way to save you.
I know. From now on, I'll never let you be alone again.
This is bad, Nyen. Nyen Nyen is missing.
Don't be afraid, I'll go find him. I'll definitely find him. Don't panic, your body is weak. I'll be right back. Nian Nian. Nian Nian, where are you? Slow down, don't fall. It's okay now. Everything is okay now. When I couldn't find you two just now, my heart felt so empty.
I'm here, and Nian Nian is here too. We are all perfectly fine.
Emicham. We are all here. Always here. Use your wrist. Do it again. Too slow. Practice it 100 times before you rest.
Don't be too strict, he's still young.
I was afraid you'd feel bad for him.
Glad you know.
I'm only soft-hearted toward you. Do you think I'm being too strict?
Being strict is necessary. I just feel bad for Nian Nian.
I will protect you and Nian Nian. Protect you for a lifetime.
Demon Lord Liu is truly protective of his own. His favoritism towards his wife and the young master is known to everyone in the entire demon realm.
I am merely protecting my own people.
Regarding what happened back then, we wronged junior sister Qingyuan, making her suffer so many grievances.
Senior brother, you exaggerate. It is all in the past.
From now on, she has me.
Demon Lord Liu, I offer you a toast. Thank you for protecting junior sister Qingyuan all these years.
It is only right.
Mommy, I'm sleepy.
Let us end it here for today. Take care, everyone. When the world said you committed betrayal back then, I never believed it.
I know.
I trust you and will protect you from the past until forever.
Father, Mother, I want to go out and gain experience.
Our child has grown up. It's time he ventured out. Don't be sad. He will return. We will be just fine. You have me.
From now on, it's just the two of us.
Yes, just the two of us for a lifetime. From our first meeting at the sect to our life together as the Demon Lord, the luckiest thing in my life was finding you.
Me too. Ever since you started pestering me back then, I won't be able to shake you off in this life or the next,
You can't shake me off. For all lifetimes, you'll never shake me off. Qin Yun, I love you, for all lifetimes.
I love you too, Lu Jin Yuan, for all lifetimes.